Hi everybody, Jo here again. Welcome to another Technique Tuesday video with me. And if I've not seen you this year, come on in. Welcome to my craft room. Happy New Year. I hope it's going to be a wonderful creative one for us. We've got so many things planned at Lavinia. Honestly, can't wait to tell you. But a lot of them are top secret yet. So they will unfold as the year goes on. As the months go on, we'll let you into a few more little secrets. Anyway, today I thought we'd look at our challenge. So if you go over to our Lavinia website, you'll see that we have a challenge running every month. And our new one for January, the title is A Touch of Sparkle. So obviously we have got so many stamps, inks that you could use. Then all you need to do is add a touch of sparkle and you can enter it. All the details are on the website. And you know what? The winner is chosen at random and can win £40 to spend at Lavinia. Now, I've got to be honest, January, who wouldn't love £40 to spend at Lavinia? I know I would. Although I don't think Tracy will let me enter. Well, anyway. So I thought we'd look today at a couple of ways of adding some sparkle. And the two things we're going to use, the first is our beautiful holographic glitter. And this is the Star Bright. Look at that. And we're going to use a quickie glue pen to add it. Now again, we have lots of different glitters, so look those up. And then some Stickles. Now I've got a couple of nice Stickles here, and I've got to be honest, I'm not a green person, but this lime green has really taken my fancy this year. I've been using it a lot. We've got lots of the lovely ones. I mean, over Christmas, the crystal, the icicle, I used those a lot. But might use this one today, I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. Now, what I thought I'd do is I've got again. So if you joined me yesterday, I was telling you how at this time of year for me, I love to use up backgrounds. And these are a couple of spare backgrounds I had. I'd already blended them. And that was on a tutorial from quite a few months ago on blending. So if you haven't seen that, maybe pop back and have a look. But it's ideal time, this time of year, use some of those ready-made backgrounds up. So let's just stamp these up. And I'm thinking, let's go for a floral design. Love my florals. And I'm going to start off with the tall dandelion. And I think we'll just go with VersaFine Clair, the black, the Nocturne today. And I'm thinking maybe we'll stamp them both together. Just so we can get onto the adding the sparkle stage. So as I say, you can use any stamps. I'm just going for these because I like them, because I can. So we'll have a tall one there. And then let's add another one here. I'm going to do these a bit like batch card making. I think I'll do them quite similar. Saves overthinking it, especially in January. We don't want to overthink it. As I was saying yesterday when you popped in for a brew, January can be difficult. Mr. Mojo can be quite funny. Sometimes he doesn't come back after Christmas, so we're going to entice him back. And I'll tell you what, who wouldn't come back when you look at these beautiful stamps? And also it's interesting to see how the designs look different on different colours. So that was the tall dandelion. And I'm going to come in now with one of the seed heads. This, I think, is one of those stamp sets that gets overlooked. I love this because we have two. We've got the silhouette and then the other one, the outline one, which is fabulous for colouring in. Today I'm going to use the silhouette, but you know, if you haven't got this stamp set, honestly, it is such a worker stamp set. I use this so much. And I'm just going to use the silhouette one today. I just wanted to add a bit more depth to the design, almost use the blackness of it. So I'm thinking, oh, I've one right up there, I think. And then perhaps another. I'll tell you what, we'll put the taller one on here while I think. I hope you didn't hear that. My shoulder just cracked as I stamped that. Not got a clue why. I think I'll put it there. Because what I'm thinking is I want to add my orchard grass. So I'm thinking if I actually put sort of keep the almost like the silhouette stamping to the middle area. Yes, then I can sort of add my orchard grass around the edge is what I'm thinking. So maybe one more there. I can always come back and add a bit more, can't I? If I turn them round, see how we're doing. So I'm thinking, now you could use the field grass. That's almost like the orchard grass's big sister. So what I like to do is second generation and third generation look. Just gives me a bit more up here. So again, I'll do a first generation here, and then we'll add some second and third. And when you add the third, look how it just one more up there, bit of fourth, and it just adds that in the distance. I love that. You know, for using a background up, these are going to be great toppers for those emergency cards I need. You know, those birthdays that are suddenly going to appear in January and February that I've forgotten about, or that I haven't transferred over, which reminds me I must get some things put in my new diary. I'll add a bit more. Yeah. Oh, lovely and zingy, isn't it, for summer? So that was the orchard grass. But as I say, the field grass is the bigger, almost brother or sister. Now, let's give these a bit of a blot. Again, VersaFine Clay, slower drying ink. So look, you see. So we'll give this one a blot as well. We don't want to smudge it. Now, you could have used your coloured VersaFine Clay inks, but I'm thinking let's just go monochromatic, and then we can really see our sparkle. Now, we need a piece of copy of paper for this. So, let's do this one first, and we'll come in with our Quickie glue pen. Now again, I have a little pot and I store my Quickie glue pen this way up, just because for me, it keeps it running. And I'm just going to put dots, little dots where I want my glitter, my sparkle. And I'm going to add some on here. And my field grass, obviously that needs a bit of sparkle. If you're clever with this, you can write words. I'm not that clever, but you could put names in sparkle. I'll add a bit more in the middle. And your Quickie glue pen has a blue tint to it when it goes on and then dries clear. If you give it a couple of seconds to dry. And then let's just check, do we want any more? Just put some down here. It'd be nice to have a bit of sparkle down here, I think, at the base. Right, I think if we just tip that in the light, can we see? And then we'll give the pot a shake. And then, as I say, I've got my paper underneath ready. And me being me, I like to put on the whole lot. Don't need to. But I'm going to decant it back in, so I might as well. And we'll just tap its bottom. Bit of a flick, not too much of a flick. Oh, look at that. How beautiful is that? Right, let's just decant this back. We don't want to waste any of that. Now, I'm sorry if this messes with the light on the screen, but it is holographic. So it may just give that a tap. It'll flatten it off. Back in there. Now, wow, look at that. Now that is what you call some serious sparkle. Now that's more than a touch, isn't it? That's beautiful. I love that. So the other one, we're going to add some of our Stickles, and I'm going to go for our beautiful lime green. Now what I think I will do first is get my Posca, just check it's pumping, and we'll add a couple of white little white highlights here. I'll just add a couple on the field grass. So I'm hoping you enter the challenge. Wouldn't it be lovely if it was one of our lovely followers on here who won? Now, Stickles, if you've not met Stickles before, it's a glitter glue. But I need to tell you, between you and me, it's a bit rude. It has wind. And I find for me, if I put it straight on my work, it can spit. So I find it best to put it on my mat, look. And two ways, you can either dab your finger in and dab it on your work, but again, that's not for me. Again, everybody's different. So I have one of our lovely water brushes that I use for Stickles, hence it says Stickles. And then I just like to take that and actually paint. So I can then paint my lovely Stickles look exactly where I want it. And for me, I find this better because I get it exactly where I want it. It doesn't spit at my work, but also I use less. And I'm a bit thrifty. I'm from the Lake District, so it will last longer. But also because I put less on, I find for me it dries quicker. So that's just my little top tip. Now, there's no reason why you couldn't add your glitter and your Stickles to the same design. Obviously, I just thought I'd do two to show you the difference. We'll add a little bit in the middle there. Maybe just a little bit on some of these grasses as well. Just a hint on top of that Posca. And then just a little bit down here. And then I'm just going to bring Mr. Inky in, clear that space. And there we go. Our two designs using the different ways of adding that touch of sparkle. So do check out the glitters. We've got lots of beautiful eco glitters and the fabulous range of Stickles and the different colours we've got. So I'm hoping you enter the challenge. Again, you can use any stamps. Doesn't have to be florals like this. I'm thinking we've got some beautiful fairies. What's about adding some sparkle to the wings? I'm sure you've got lots of ideas. Bet you can't wait to get started. So go make yourself a nice brew, get into your craft room and get creating that card. Off to the website, enter it to the challenge. You never know. You might be messaging me on here saying, Jo, guess what? I've won the £40. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your week. Lots of love and hugs from me. You take care. And guess what? I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.